mission going forward. While our previous messaging of ending hopelessness among teens truly focused on addressing a crisis in hopelessness, while accurate, it framed our mission as more reactive and centered on what we are continuing to work against. When we truly think about what transformation and true transformation is, it doesn't just come from eliminating despair or eliminating whatever that difficult situation is. It comes from replacing it with something greater and much more fulfilling than that. So unleashing hope is both proactive and forward-looking, while also filled with incredible possibilities here as well. It focuses on what we're both bringing to teens and offering them in God's word, not just what we're continuing to fight against. And this small but important change is really important for three primary reasons. First and foremost, it's that hope is transformational. When we really talk about what ending hopelessness looks like, ending hopelessness acknowledges that there's a problem that we're all working against, while unleashing hope speaks towards how we work together to accomplish that solution, that community investment that we were talking about. But secondly, churches also need a positive vision. In partnering with Treehouse, it absolutely means a proactive mission, one that empowers others to continue to grow together, to continue to learn, rather than simply reacting to whatever situations that we find ourselves in. But third, teens need more than just a lifeline. They need a future filled with hope, belonging, and purpose. So in this transition to a hope-focused mission, we're continuing to invite churches, communities, and donors to see themselves as a vital part of something bigger than themselves. A movement that is not just responding to a crisis, but is creating a new reality of transforming hope in each and every student's life right here in Pine County. Together, we're not just addressing the struggles that teens face, we're addressing the hope that truly transforms each and every one of their lives. Now, one of our students whose lives continues to be transformed by this hope is our next student speaker. Tommy has been faithfully attending our Treehouse over the last 2 years and never misses one of our support group nights on Tuesdays or our connect group nights on Thursdays. It's been an immense privilege as well as a blessing to have Tommy as an essential part of our Treehouse. He always has a smile on his face, is continuing to invite his friends around town, is a good role model for our current students, and I can't wait to see what God is going to do in and through Tommy here in this next year. Unfortunately, Tommy had some previous plans with his family tonight and wasn't able to be here to give his speech in person, but we were able to record his powerful story here just a few days ago. So I'd ask all of you guys to open your eyes and hearts as you watch this powerful story of the difference that Treehouse continues to make in Tommy's life.
Hello everyone, my name is Tommy, and I am honored to be here today to share a little bit about how Treehouse has changed my life. I first heard about it through my cousin Brody. he told me about retro video game night they were doing, and I came along with him. I didn't know what to expect. But I ended up having a great time. I met some awesome people, talked with staff and volunteers, and felt welcome right away. That was 2 years ago. I've been coming ever since, and now I'm heading into 10th grade. Before Treehouse, my life felt really empty. I was bored all the time, sitting at home with nothing to do, or just riding my bike around aimlessly. I felt disconnected. I didn't feel safe in my own neighborhood, and I honestly didn't feel motivated to do anything. I wasn't sure where I was going or what I wanted for my future. So by the time I found Treehouse, I was feeling alone, unmotivated, and unsure about what life had in store for me. That all started to change the day I walked through the doors at Treehouse. Treehouse quickly became more than just a place to hang out. It became a place to grow. I made real friendships. I started inviting my friends around town to come. I found a place where I belonged, and that made a huge difference. The staff and leaders didn't just lead lessons or run events. They talked with me. They listened. They helped me through real problems. Before coming to Treehouse, I struggled in getting along with others. This last year, when my Uncle Billy passed away, everyone at Treehouse was there for me, even when I made mistakes, like getting a remove for being disrespectful or getting distracted by other students. They didn't give up on me. Instead, they sat down with me, made a plan, and helped me learn from it. Now, I'm in a healthier place. I try and be a leader for newer students. I help keep healthier. I help keep them focused and engaged with what Jonesy is teaching. That shift from being the one causing distractions to becoming the one helping others stay on track feels like a big deal to me. Treehouse has also helped me learn how to handle my emotions. I used to struggle with anger, and I didn't know what to do with it. These days, I have more practical ways of handling my anger. I go fishing, I take a bike ride, and I go on walks while talking with my friends, something I wouldn't have done before. I used to worry about my future, especially about working in jobs like construction or burying fiber optic cable with my family. I was nervous because I didn't know what to expect or who I'd be working with. But now I feel more prepared. Treehouse helped me see that I'm not alone, that it's okay to rely on others, and that I have a purpose. If a friend of mine asked me what Treehouse is like, I'd say it's a place with incredible leaders who definitely care about you. It's a calm place most of the time where you feel safe to talk about what's really going on in your life, whether it's been a hard week or a good one. Someone is always there to ask how you're doing, and they actually mean it. Because of Treehouse, I'm a more confident and calmer person. I'm working toward my personal goals, whether that's working construction or helping bury cable, and I feel like I actually have a direction now. More than anything, Treehouse has given me the support and encouragement I didn't know I needed. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for a place like Treehouse. I'm grateful for the people who make it possible, and I'm thankful for the difference Treehouse continues to make, not just in my life, but in the lives of so many students like me. Thank you for listening, and thank you for believing in Treehouse.
Right. Absolutely. So Tommy's just one example that we'd have at our treehouse of how powerful it is when we see teens start to unleash that hope right inside of them. I'd like to introduce one of our board members, Bev Coland, who is going to come up and welcome our next speaker.
Hello, and on behalf of the board, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming here tonight. And this next speaker is somebody who's graduated from our program, and you've heard him talk before, but I want you to hear his story now and his future. And he's such a kind, gentle man that my husband and I have the privilege of helping. We love you, Michael. And so, to do a success story, and please welcome our brother in Christ, Michael Mott Smith.
Hey, my name is Michael. I'm 19, and I graduated from high school last year. I've been connected with Treehouse since 2019 when I was in the 8th grade. I first found out about Treehouse when Blake Thompson came to East Central, which is a school I go to. He was talking with tables at lunch, and I asked him what he was doing there. So he told me about Treehouse, and he handed me a brochure. And I was a little skeptical, but a lot of my friends were encouraging me to go. And once I started going, I made a lot of new friends, and I could tell the atmosphere there was really good. When I first started going, my dad wasn't working and was very verbally and sometimes physically abusive. Once I got into high school, the abuse got worse, and I loved being at Treehouse as a way to escape what I was going through at home. My dad was eventually removed from our home, and my mom was also very neglectful and was in the hospital for my last few years of high school. As a result, I was left to fend for myself a lot. When I got to go to Treehouse and realized, oh, adults really do care about me, it felt so uplifting, weird but good. It was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe all these people actually care about me. When I first started coming, it felt strange to tell my friends that I loved them. But the more I went to Treehouse, the more I understood the message of love without strings that they were conveying, and the easier it became to tell my friends how much I cared about them. In addition to this, I was dealing with depression for the first time. It was affecting my mental health in significant ways, and before I came to Treehouse, I was dealing with anxiety for the first time and was unsure of how to cope with it. The staff and volunteers at Treehouse showed their immense care and support for me and what I was going through time and time again. They continuously invested significant time and resources into me. My parents had done so little that I had stopped expecting help from adults in every area of my life, but Treehouse went above and beyond in their care and support in a way I'd never seen anyone do before. I was an atheist for about 99% of my time at Treehouse, but near the end of my time in Treehouse, I started feeling very anxious and was also diagnosed with an anxiety disorder. I knew something needed to change, and I thought God could be the answer, so I prayed and asked for his help to know and follow him. I also talked with a good friend of mine. She's one of the smartest people I know, and I remember her saying that she believed in Jesus more than she believed in gravity. And when I heard that, I was like, whoa. The way she talked about God was like a revelation to me, and it was like I felt this fire just light up. She helped me understand that God will meet me where I'm at, and that helped me change my desire to improve from being fear of shame to being the desire to give God glory and please him. When I did make that decision to follow Christ and get baptized, I still realized I had that support network of other believers, including all the volunteers and staff at Treehouse. I also had good examples of how to show other people the same love that I had received. These volunteers and staff continue to guide me and support me even after I graduated last year. I still had a mentor until just a few weeks ago when he moved. And he helped me talk through all of the problems I was facing. I also met Bev and Doug, who continue to help me by giving me rides to church every Sunday, helping me find resources for college, and strengthening my relationship with God. Treehouse helped me escape all the negativity I was going through in order to take something positive from it instead of loathing in it. It also served to transform my perspective on what I was going through. For example, the abuse I went through, while it was horrible, I realized that it allowed me to sympathize and be more supportive for people who are going through similar circumstances. As a result of Treehouse, I've seen several positive and substantial changes in my life. First, I have really improved for advocating for myself when I need to. Second, I'm much more equipped to handle really hard times with the positive coping skills I learned. Third, I'm also much more caring as a person than I was when I first started going to Treehouse. I cared about other people in my life, but I didn't really know how to show it. But Treehouse showed me find practical ways I can show my love and care for others in my life. Through my time at Treehouse, I was given hope to face any difficult situation that may arise. When the abuse I had at home was at its worst, I could go there. And when I was abandoned and left at home by myself for several years, I knew I had adults at Treehouse who were still willing to show God's love for me. When I look back at my time at Treehouse, I can see how they gave me resources, encouragement, and the motivation to get on the A honor roll for all of 10th and 11th grade and the B honor roll for all of my senior year. I can also see how they showed me how I can rely on other people to have a positive impact on your life and how you can have a positive impact on their life. If a friend asked me what Treehouse is like, I would tell them it's a place teens can go to get the help and support they need in any season they are going through, and it's a place that will never give up on them. Through the ongoing support, encouragement, and love of the volunteers and staff at Treehouse, I now hope to graduate college in a few years, and I would absolutely love to do something in music or writing. And I believe I am taking the right steps to achieve these goals. As a step in that process, I'm starting at Fond du Lac Community College this fall to get my Associate of Arts degree. Because of Treehouse, I am equipped to pursue my goals, and I know that I have a community behind me to support me. I also hope to show others the same love and support that I have received. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that incredibly powerful testimony, Michael. Thank you. We can't say enough how very proud we are of both Tommy and Michael. And speaking for myself, our board, the volunteers here at Treehouse, it's truly an honor to hear your story. We've just heard the impact that Treehouse is having not only on our teens, but their families and our community. Tommy vividly demonstrated the impact that Treehouse is making in the lives of students right in our own community. We just heard Michael exemplify what our mission statement of unleashing hope in teens truly looks like. To see the way that your life continues to be transformed by Christ and letting him guide your thoughts, your goals. Pursuing Fond du Lac Community College is absolutely the goal and an example for each and every one of our students here at Treehouse. These are just a couple of the many voices that will tell us of the deep need that we have to continue to unleash hope right here in Pine County. Now, this is the impact that each and every one of us can have when we work together through our prayers, encouragement, and financial support. We're truly saving the lives of teens right here in our own community. How sharing the love of Christ with them, telling them how in the midst of their darkest night, their fear, depression, their anxiety, whatever family problems, whatever suicidal thoughts that they have going on, that I am always lovable, capable, and worthwhile. That I am always loved without strings and never alone, and that I always have a future. And while our circumstances vary differently from each other, we can all relate to what those feelings are with having depression or feeling alone or having anxious thoughts too. I know each and every one of you will agree with me that the need for Treehouse in 2025 has never been greater. Since January 1st, we have had 23 different students attend our program this year, and up to 16 students just on a single night. They're hearing about Treehouse from a wide variety of people throughout our area, from superintendents and principals, guidance counselors, community organizations, teachers, friends, Pine County child protection workers, even bus drivers. However, with this incredible need also comes the opportunity to continue to unleash hope together. Also comes with the financial costs that come along with that. And we're not ashamed to boldly ask everyone here to pull out your phones and to text Sandstone to 91999 and tell Treehouse that you want them to continue to unleash hope in the lives of more students just like Tommy and Michael. At each of your tables, there's also a large giving envelope. You can scan that QR code to give online as well. And in those table envelopes, as I had mentioned earlier, there's some of these commitment cards in there. We'd like you guys to fill out. You can give that way too. Our goal for this Shoot for Hope is to raise $37,500. And last year, we raised a little over $33,000 with everything that came in. And we boldly ask each and every one of you for your continued partnership in the gospel to give us this ability to raise this $37,500 so we can continue to unleash hope in the lives of each and every one of our students. In order to do that, we need to hear from each of you here tonight. That we encourage each and every one of you to ask God what He wants you to give, how He wants you to continue to be involved in this important mission that He's given all of us, because it truly takes a community, as we've seen, in order to unleash more and more of this hope. It's been an unbelievable blessing to see God provide for one of our needs. We shared last year at Shoot for Hope how one of our main needs was replacing our Treehouse minivan. And just a couple of months ago, He abundantly provided for that need by providing us with a used Ford Expedition. And we are in need right now of more people to come alongside of us to not only give monthly gifts, which continue to sustain us, but to serve in a couple different volunteer roles here as well. Whether that's volunteering for our support and connect group nights, helping drive our students, maybe that's even dropping off some frozen pizzas, which are always an incredibly popular option too. Now, maybe you're here tonight and are not able to give a financial gift, or would like to learn more about what it means to serve as a volunteer, how you can join our Shoot for Hope committee to partner with us to help us plan the next year for Shoot for Hope. This is your opportunity to say, I want to continue to partner with Treehouse Sandstone to unleash more hope in more lives, just as we saw in that video at the beginning part of the night. Each of our volunteers can tell you we have student needs that go unmet each and every week, between needing a couple of more volunteers to help on our support and connect group nights, help with driving and meals. There's actually a sign-up sheet there at the back that you can use to sign up for bringing a meal for one of our program nights. We need each and every one of you to continue to partner with us to unleash more hope right here in our own community. We heard from Tommy, how more than anything, Treehouse has given me the support and encouragement that I didn't know that I needed. And the remarkable life transformation that Michael powerfully described in his story truly serves as our call to action, that it takes a community to unleash hope in teens everywhere. If you're here tonight and would like to be one of our sponsors for next year, or have an idea for a live or silent auction item, please indicate that on one of these cards, and our board members will be around in just a few minutes to pick those up. So would encourage all of us to fill out this card, take out your phone and text Sandstone to 91999. We will pause for 4 minutes just to give us an opportunity to do that. We boldly ask each and every one of you here, again, to prayerfully consider how the Lord wants you to continue to partner with us here at Treehouse Sandstone.
Just down the hallway?
Down the hallway, it's the first door on the right.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Yep. All right, everybody. If each table would just put everything in the bigger envelope there in the center of your table and raise those up, then our board members will collect them and we'll start our live auction here in about 4 minutes.
In these 4 minutes, whatever, there's 18 spots left on the $10 board.